All right, on a much dramatically lighter topic. I can't imagine you haven't seen the video that went viral of the Coldplay couple. The Coldplay couple. So there was a concert, Coldplay. Even I know who Coldplay is. Coldplay concert, and there's there's the kiss cam, a camera that goes around and covers the different couples that are out there during the concert, kissing or whatever. And in this case, the camera swept and found this couple, obviously and blissfully in love, swaying in each other's arms on a beautiful summer night. I'm reading from an article written in the Free Press about this. And Coldplay lead singer actually said, Chris Martin, he actually says, "Oh, look at those two, these two." And then all hell breaks out. The couple notices themselves on the big screen. They suddenly get this, look of sheer panic. She spins away, flinging her hands over her face. He dives out of the frame, frantically, waving the camera off. Martin, lead singer of Coldplay, quips, either they're having an affair or just very shy. Now, Jennifer says, oops. Yeah, oops. But this thing goes viral. The internet just goes nuts. Within minutes, online sleuths have identified both of them. It turns out he's the CEO of a software startup called Astronomer, and she's head of, in the ultimate irony, of course, she's head of HR. And both are married to other people. And the internet doesn't stop there. It continues. It continues to seek out the spouses, harass them on Facebook. It creates memes and pictures, and the video goes viral, and it goes everywhere. Even to the point of creating a fake statement from the CEO. Non-apology. It explodes. It's the biggest story over the weekend. Now, this is just horrific, it's a display of the nastiness of the online world in which we live. Like people relishing other people's. The couple is screwed, right? But other, the people's failures. We're relishing it even more because once they discover he's a CEO, oh, we hate CEOs. And he's probably a millionaire. Oh, we definitely hate millionaires. And she's in HR. Well, I hate HR. They're the ones who tell us not to have affairs within the office. So it's like, yeah, they relish this. Now, this happens. It would happen if an affair, if people are caught having an affair, people are shamed, and there are all kind of shaming rituals that people go through in order to penalize the offending couple. But it's usually done on a small scale among people who know each other or within a community where people know each other. And it's, containable, but this went global. And why do people care? Why should people care? The story here is not the couple. I don't care. They had an affair. Lots of people have affairs. I'm not pro it, but it's none of my business. It doesn't affect my life. It doesn't change my view of the world. And yet we live in a world in which this is what people care about. That's the story. The story is that everybody cares. There's stories about this and everywhere. Most of the stories about it is everywhere. He, of course, has resigned as CEO. She is resigned as HR. You know, who knows? And I'm sure they're both in trouble with their spouses. But okay, their lives are ruined now. And the internet has made sure that they will never escape this, that their faces will be plastered all over the place for eternity. But it's just this. We live in an era, in a time, and maybe we've always lived, and now we just have the tools to manifest it. But it really is disgusting when you see human beings behave this way, of just relishing the downfall of somebody else, particularly if they're successful, particularly if they're rich. Watching them fall, encouraging them to fall, maybe pushing them a little bit so that they fall harder. And, destroying people's lives over something that is probably destructive of a relationship, but you don't know what's actually going on. You don't know, why they're having an affair. You don't know the details of their private life, and nor should you. It's none of your business. None of this is any of our business. Now, so the public reaction to this, just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. I mean, Mary says envy. It's driven by envy. But it's more than envy. It's driven by just the joy of pulling people down when they've, pulling people down. As if, half the people doing this are not going to have affairs as well, and would be unbelievably embarrassed that they were found out in public. But it doesn't matter. And it's also the tribalism, the horde mentality of, let's pile on. Let's pile on. Everybody else is doing it. Let's go for it. It's sad. Of course, one lesson learned from this is if you're having an affair and you're in a public place, don't overdo it. Don't attract attention, particularly not of the kiss cam. Probably not a good idea. Not a good idea.